Hi, my name is Lee Summerstein, and I'm here to tell you about the amazing odyssey I enjoyed last summer with faithful canine companion Trooper. We camped our way across America, traveling more than 10,000 miles to ask people, mostly in small towns and cities, how the Great Recession affected their lives. The result was the book In Search of the New America, which I self-published on Amazon.com. I've been a writer my entire life. I was an award-winning broadcast journalist, a freelance correspondent for CBS Radio News, and an editor at ABC News. Eventually, I went into public relations, ultimately serving as media relations manager for Safeco, Washington State's largest insurance carrier. When Safeco prepared for an acquisition by a national carrier 1 year after I was hired and right before the Great Recession became official, the company eliminated my position. The financial impacts were devastating, as I went from very comfortable to virtually destitute. But I knew I wasn't alone, and so I set out across America to learn about the recession from the human perspective. I traveled from my home near Seattle across the Idaho Panhandle into Montana and down into the Colorado Rockies. I continued through America's midsection, through the endless cornfields of Kansas, into Wyatt Earp's historic Dodge City, rural and urban Missouri, and on into the Northeast via Illinois, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. It was an eye-opening experience. I learned the recession that began in 2008 hit much of America 1 to 3 years later, and in 2013 was still very much alive. Moreover, it changed us forever. It reached deeply into the American psyche. Indeed, I found the new America. I funded the trip with my monthly Social Security benefit and through the generosity of a few loyal supporters. But when I reached New York, I had to hit the brakes. Finances were thin, and I was uncomfortable asking the same people for more money. So instead of heading south and west, as my plan was, and experiencing the vastly different cultures and economies there, I was forced to return home more directly across the top of America. And while I am pleased with the book, it is incomplete. I only visited 16 states. That's where you come in. Nobody has fully chronicled the human impacts of the recession, and these stories deserve to be told. This coming summer, I will resume my journey to cover the regions I missed last year and complete my book. Please invest in Part 2 of In Search of the New America so these voices can be heard. Even camping across America is expensive. Last year, gas prices alone were a trip killer. At an average price of $3.50 a gallon, I spent nearly $2,000 traveling over 10,244 miles. There are some great rewards for several levels of investment, including free copies of the completed book, Parts 1 and 2, autographed copies of the book, beautiful posters of the front cover, and, for the most generous investors, recognition in the opening section of the book. So thanks for watching my video, and thank you in advance for investing in my project.